Yo, it's Overflow. What's going on, you guys? How are you guys doing today? First things first about the gameplay. I have no idea what type of gameplay is in the background, but do you guys even really care? Today is another GameStop story. If you guys enjoy the GameStop videos, the GameStop stories, the life stories, do me a huge favor. Drop a like on this. If we could shoot for 500 likes on this video, that would be absolutely amazing. Subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. All that stuff will be awesome. I'm trying to get blue checks everywhere. And as you may or may not know, I used to work for GameStop for a prolonged period of time. Some would argue that I worked there for over 3 years. Other people would say no, it was 2 years and 11 months. But that's not up for debate right now. What is going to happen here today is I'm going to be explaining to you guys the time that this guy scammed GameStop. I honestly, if I'm being completely real and upfront and honest with you guys, I have no idea how much this man scammed GameStop for. I just know that it had to be at least ballpark $10,000, bro. This dude, like, and I definitely suspected something, but I really had no idea the extent of what was going on. So I worked at GameStop from 2012 until about 2015, right? Halfway through 2015 is when I got fired for leaking Black Ops 3. That story is also on my channel, along with a plethora of other stories here in this whole YouTube universe, all right? And also, I just want to say this, a big FU to YouTube. YouTube just deleted my story channel that had all these stories, or more stories at least. I have a lot of stories on this channel too, but they just deleted my other channel that had 50,000 subscribers and hundreds of stories on it for no apparent reason. I have no idea why YouTube decided to change its ways. I miss the old YouTube, you know what I'm saying? I miss the old YouTube where you could be you on YouTube, but that's neither here nor there, okay? So while I worked at GameStop, a lot of fishy characters came in. A lot of people came into the store. A lot of, you know, less than reputable characters, a lot of shady individuals would come through the store, and sometimes, but not always, they would try to scam GameStop. I've seen people steal stuff. I've seen people use fake credit cards. I've seen people literally come in and just... Honestly, I don't know how some of these people thought they were going to get away with some of the stuff that they were trying to pull, because some of the things that they pulled was absolutely ridiculous. There's just one guy in particular. Now, I'm not going to say any names or divulge any information. My name is not Tekashi69. I'm not going to be snitching on anybody. Hey, y'all ever notice that 21 Savage looks British? Y'all ever notice that? But I'm not going to be snitching on nobody, so I'm going to hide the names and hide the faces of these people so that nobody actually, you know, I'm not here to tell the feds what's going on, you feel me? But basically, there was another employee that I worked with, and he was an awesome guy, super cool guy. Everybody absolutely loved him. But he would always want to work with this one customer. Whenever this customer would come in, and I'm going to say this guy worked at a cell phone store in the mall. So I worked in the mall in Las Vegas at the GameStop. There was a guy who worked in a phone store in the same mall at the same location, right? And this guy every once in a while would come in. I don't even know if I should tell you which phone store he worked at, okay? Let's just say that he worked at a cell phone store or whatever. He would come in all the time, and this dude would come in, and my other employee, right, would always say, bro, I got him. Don't worry, PJ. I'm going to take care of this guy right here. I'll take care of him. You just do whatever, and I'll make sure this guy gets checked out and all that stuff. And every time this... he worked at T-Mobile, okay? I'm just going to call him the T-Mobile guy, and I'm going to call the other guy my coworker, whatever. So the T-Mobile guy would come in. He'd come in all the time, and every time he would leave, he'd be leaving with, like, 2 PS4s, 10 games, an iPhone. This was back when we sold phones and stuff, too. He'd come in. He'd leave with an iPhone, 2 PS4s, a Nintendo Switch that wasn't even released yet somehow because this was in 2015. He'd leave with so much. I was like, dude, did this dude just drop like $3 grand in GameStop? And this dude would come in once a week and pick up that much stuff every single time. And every single time I was like, yo, this is super, like, I don't want to say it's shady, but this guy's either rich. Why are you working at T-Mobile, bro, if you're rich? What's going on? T-Mobile must pay very well. I'm going to go get a job at T-Mobile, actually, if you can afford to spend 10 grand a month on a GameStop merchandise here, bro. I'm definitely going to be wandering my way over into your cell phone store and applying for the position of CEO, because that's definitely what I'm into. I'm definitely into being able to buy anything I want from GameStop. That'd be awesome, you know what I'm saying? Just give me a black card for GameStop so that I could literally walk in and just put it on the card, bro. Put it on the card. Either way, I always knew that something was fishy, but I was never entirely sure what was going on until one day I catch them in the act, okay? This dude, T-Mobile guy, comes in. My coworker's like, yo, PJ, why don't you go over there and restock those shelves real quick, bro? I'll help this guy out. And normally this dude would come in when nobody else was in the store, because he would either come in like right as we were closing, or he'd come in like, he would know the dead times, obviously, because he worked at the same mall literally right across from us. So he would know when the GameStop was popping, when it wasn't popping, and whatever. And this dude would come in at the specific times that nobody else was there. So I went back, you know, I'm not asking no questions. I go over and I start restocking the shelves or whatever. But I see this dude, he literally has a bag full of cell phones. I'm like, dude, okay, this guy has a bag full of cell phones. All right, how's he getting these phones? He works at T-Mobile, okay. Of course, they do the trade-ins, they do everything, they do the transaction. And this dude, once again, leaves with at least $1,500 worth of games and all this, right? Leaves with all that stuff all the time. And I'm not gonna lie, the dude was a cool dude. Cool guy, which is probably why I've waited so long to tell this story. I want to make sure that everybody's, you know, I don't need no repercussions. I don't need anybody coming over here and, you know, giving me what for. Is that what they say? I don't know. But either way, the dude ends up leaving, gets all this stuff, and finally I'm like, dude, I talked to my coworker, I'm like, what's going on, man? What's happening here? What's going on? And he tells me that this guy that works at the cell phone store, when they traded in their phones, literally, I guess they didn't keep track of the phones that people would bring in and trade in. So if something was defective, or if somebody came in and traded their phone, they were like, yo, I got the iPhone 3, bro, and I want the iPhone 5. They would trade them in, and this T-Mobile guy would literally just grab the phones and bring them all to GameStop. I have no idea how they didn't keep track of this, but the dude would get all the phones, come over to GameStop, trade them in, and at the time, because cell phones were like a thing in GameStop that we would always, we'd give a ton of credit for. And if you traded them in and you trade, everybody obviously knows that GameStop always has like promotions going on and stuff. If you brought in the games and you trade, or you brought in the phones and you traded in for like specific things, or you waited until like, yo, next weekend we're doing double on in-store credit. So if you came in and normally the phone was gonna be worth $500, if you come in on that weekend, or if you trade it for a PS4 or whatever, instead of $500, you might get $1,000 credit for that phone. And so my coworker finally told me, like, yeah, that's what's going on, man. And, you know, sometimes he throws me a little bit of games or whatever. So it's a good deal. It's a win-win for everybody. You feel me? And I was like, dude, first off, I don't knock the hustle, bro. Anytime, bro, you're hustling out here, you're doing this, you're doing crazy things out here in the world. You're getting some games, for free. And honestly, my coworker didn't have anything to, like, if I'm being real, the coworker had nothing. He was following all the GameStop rules for sure. The guy that worked at the phone place, I don't know if they just don't keep track of the phones, or I don't know if he's allowed to do that, bro, but how are you gonna come over to GameStop with, like, he would literally come over with bags of phones, trade them in, and I guess he'd like hook up my coworker, like, yeah, bro, here's some games or whatever, but like, my coworker was just scanning the phones, do the trade-in, whatever. Here's $9 for 10 phones. It actually was a ton, all GameStop memes aside, right? It was actually a ton that he would give him. He was just doing he was doing everything by the book. So I just want to say that. By the way, he doesn't even work at GameStop anymore, so it doesn't matter anyway, I guess. But my coworker did everything right. But the guy who worked at T-Mobile, I just gotta know, like, did he ever get caught taking all those phones, or was that just like, did nobody care, or was he like sharing the games with everybody? So everybody's like, oh, that's cool, bro. You could totally just keep taking the phones. We prefer the games anyway. I have no idea. I have no idea if he was ever apprehended for these heinous acts of trade-in value crimes or whatever. I have no idea. All I know is, long story short, this guy would take phones from the place that he worked at, trade them into GameStop for thousands of dollars, and literally just, he must have like probably got $10,000, $15,000 worth of stuff from GameStop by just trading in these phones. It was insane, man. And honestly, pretty good hustle. I wish that I would have thought of it, to be honest, because I would like a couple extra PS4s to give out to you guys. 1,000 likes on this video, and we give out a Nintendo Switch, right? Drop a like. But yeah, man, I don't know. I was just thinking about this the other day. I have no idea why. And I have this like little whiteboard here that I write down like my goals on and my video topics and stuff like that. And I don't know why, but I was just thinking about this. I was like, dang, bro, that is crazy that I have no idea if that guy ever got caught, or if what he was doing was okay with his store or what. But this man finessed us for so many PS4s, and I just gotta say, bro, props to you. I don't know if he must be, he could have sold all the stuff that he got and probably made, he's probably rich. He's probably rich somewhere on an island with a pineapple, bro. And I gotta say, I'm not even mad. I'm impressed, actually. That's impressive, man. But here's another GameStop story for you guys. I got a ton more of GameStop stories. If you guys want to hear more, there's more on my channel as well. Just like literally go on my channel, and I have playlists of GameStop videos and all that if you guys are into that. Or if you haven't seen them before, or if you want to relive some of the memories, feel free to do that. And other than that, the biggest thing that I want from you guys is if you guys follow me on Twitter, that'd be awesome. We're almost at 60,000 followers over there. So, yeah, that'd be great. More gaming videos coming soon. We got a vlog coming this weekend as well. So, make sure you guys are subscribed. And I will talk to you in the next one. My name is PJ, also known as Overtflow on the internet. And I am over and out.